Hey guys, and welcome to the Parrot Bros. Today we're going to do a quick video on how to remove your strut brace on a Mark 1 TT. Now, you could be removing this for a number of reasons, but mainly because people have asked me how to remove it quick and simple, just so they can get it painted, because it just neatens up the bay. You got a blue car, do the strut brace the same colour, looks really nice. So before we get stuck into it, let's jump into the intro. Right, the only tool you'll actually need for this is a 13mm socket. You've got three nuts there, and then you've got one here, and then the same again. So we'll just start by cracking these all off. Hopefully they're not super tight. Ideally, get everything undone first before you take them fully off. Just because then if you run into any problems, you've got not got anything off and it won't fly away. The reason I'm using a little extension is because this one sits deeper than the rest. Then when you've got them loose, you can get rid of the ratchet and just spin them off by hand, put them up on the scuttle out of the way so they won't get lost. They've all got a washer sort of built into them so they hold down quite nicely. This one is a bit fiddly because it's a bit low. You just need to put one finger down and put your finger on it, and then when you pull it up, you'll bring the nut with it if you're careful, as you don't want to drop it, as that will be a big problem. Always super fiddly. There we go. So that's your four. Come over this side, same again. The other four. Again, if you can, get your finger underneath it. I'll flag some pictures up for you now of what I've seen on other people's cars. Like I said, this one here is yellow, matching the yellow accents in the engine bay. And then you've got this one here, which is like a nice blue, just to match the colour of the car a bit more and to sort of make it more obvious that it sort of stands out, you know? So now you're in a position ready to lift your strut brace out. You're going to have to lift it up as well as away to get it over these studs. Now what I normally do, put your hand, rest it on your engine cover if you can, lean in. They are a bit fiddly. You may need to take this rubber off as well, but just get it uplifted enough to get it off. They might require a bit of a tilt. It's always hard to get it off that the back one there. So tilt it that way, it drops off, and then you can just lift it away. Nice and simple. Then you've got your strut brace ready. This one's actually in a really nice condition, surprisingly. Normally they're all sort of bubbled up and stuff, but this one's maybe had a bit of a paint before because it does look quite clean. So that's off, ready to be painted up. I'll just show you, we'll talk through these quickly. So these are actually captive in the body. They've got nothing to do with the suspension. It's actually part of the strut top, so you don't have to worry about the other end of these. They are sort of pressed and welded in. They're not going to go anywhere. And then these ones, this bracket's actually bolted to the bulkhead. Again, a thread on a bracket, same as over here. Whilst this is also off, it gives you the opportunity to have a look in, check there's nothing untoward down there. Have a little look, make sure your silicone joiner isn't all frayed and damaged, which it's not. This should have a heat-proof something like this around it, like a jacket, because obviously this can get damaged because that exhaust manifold will get crazy hot, and it sits literally just below it. So that is bad. That should be, if you haven't got one, little tip, get one, because otherwise that silicone could get burnt, it could go brittle, it could snap, it could also catch fire. If it gets hot enough, it falls onto the exhaust manifold. So big problems. You'll probably feel a problem before, because obviously you'll be losing boost if it starts to break, but that's why they go brittle, that's why they have a jacket on them. So definitely get one if you haven't got one. But yeah, so that's it off, and then I guess to put it back on again, get it back where you want it. roughly, get it back on lined up roughly right, and then it should just tip down onto the thing. It is a bit fiddly. Especially to get it over this back one. And there we go, it's on. So it is a bit fiddly. Be prepared to get a little bit hands-on with it, a bit handsy. It can be a bit of a pain in the bum. But it does come off relatively easy enough. If there's two of you, even better, one on each side. But yeah, there you have it, guys. So that is removing the strut brace, get it painted, get it put back on. Nice, simple job. Really does a great deal for the engine bay. So thanks for watching, guys. That's been another video from the Parrot Bros. Bye for now.